Bands are on, they're right above our, here you go. Pay attention, people, listen.
Right above our knees.
No, this is okay, I did this class last night at Mesa, I know what it can be.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Yep.
So it's right above your knees are bent about 45 degrees, so we're gonna slowly lift that right knee up and slowly let it back down. Up.
Above your knees.
Yep. Good, so nice and slow, we're using that resistance up and down. Good, nice and slow. So I want you to engage your core as well. So pull the belly button in. If you're up on your shoulder, make sure that chest is tall. Excellent, 3 more. And 2. We're gonna hold this last one up, hold it up, and little pulse. Pulse, pulse, nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and slowly let it back down. Good, straighten your legs, keeping those hips stacked. Lift your top leg, flex your foot, and it's a straight leg up. Keeping that foot parallel and nice and slow back down. Here's the pace. Up. Find your range while keeping your foot parallel so we're not opening our hip. Now hitting our inner outer thigh. Up slow. Down slow. Good. Again, keep that core engaged. So make sure your hips are stacked. We're not piked in yet. Nice and straight. That's how we isolate that outer thigh. Again, try to use that resistance both up and down. That helps keep the toe turned down a little bit. Two more. Good. Hold it here. Higher. Higher. Hold it higher. 3, 2, don't lower it all the way down. Bend your knees in, tuck them in 90 degrees now, 90 at the hip, 90 at the knee, and up. See, my foot stays parallel and it stays even with my knee. Turn that toe down. Good. Now we're really isolating our, yep. And again, we're using that resistance up and down. More. 2. Hold it up here. Hold, press, 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 press. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Beautiful. Come on over to the other side. On this side, we start with those knees bent at about 45 degrees. Band is just above your knees. Be up on your elbow, on your hand, or all the way down on the floor. It doesn't matter. If this side has a shoulder that doesn't like to be up, you don't need to be up. But if you're up, your chest is tall, everybody core is engaged, and we lift that top knee up and down. Lift all the way up. And slowly resist it down. So up, pause, slowly come back down. Up, pause, and slowly come back down. Good. So those knees are a little bit more open than they were in that last one. 45 degrees. Yeah, that's 45 degrees. So it's half of 90. I just did that. It must not be Monday. 3 more. Hold this last one up there. Hold it up. Cores engaged, chest is tall, little press. Press, press, press. 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it back down. Good. Straighten those legs so a complete straight body. They're not tucked in. Hips are stacked. Bring that foot up. It's flexed or even toed down. Lift it up and slowly down. So don't push it up. Lift it up. You think of it that way. I'm not pushing my leg up or shoving it up. I'm lifting it up using those abductors. And then I'm resisting down using your adductors, inner outer thigh. Keep that foot parallel with the floor. A little pause on top will help you keep pace. Three more. Two. Good, we're holding this last one up. Keep that foot flexed, toe down, lift it up higher. Hold it. Higher. Higher. 4, 3, 2. Don't drop it all the way down. Hip height, bend it in. Now we're tucking it all the way in. 90 at the hips, 90 at the knee, and lift it up. But keeping that foot parallel to the floor, toes turned down. Keep the foot even with your knee. 3 more. Hold this one. Press, 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 press. And it's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring it down. Good. Come onto your back. Leave that band right where it is. Feet are going to be hip width apart. So you're going to feel a little bit of resistance in the band. Feet are going to be flat on the floor. Hands are at your side. I want you to tip your hips in. Press that back into the floor. Feel your lower spine touching the mat. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Molly. And now pull the belly button in and lift yourself up off the floor. So again, we're not pushing ourselves up. We're lifting ourselves up. You're kind of pressing lightly on the inside of the band using that resistance. And then do the same thing. Place yourself back down on the mat. And continue this for a few more. Keep it doing that TTSS. Tip it, tuck it, squeeze it, suck it. Tip your hips, tuck them in. Squeeze your glutes and suck in that belly button. And then we're going to use a little bit of the resistance of the band. By pressing against, we're not pushing our legs open. We're just using that resistance. It's opposite of that magnet. See that? We're doing, the bridge is different today. Oh, that's pretty cool, Nicole. Thanks. Do you think of that next? All right, let's do 2 more. Again, peel yourself off. Push that back into the mat before you lift it off. And then keep those hips tipped up. The tailbone's the last thing to get placed down. And on this next one, we're going to hold it up in bridge. Good. Keep that neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. You're going to lift one foot off the floor and bring that knee towards you. Place it back down and switch. Keep those hips up. Keep that TTSS. Now, in between knee lifts, maybe you need to lift up a little bit because that one foot sunk you down a little bit. Do it. This is slow. Pull and lower it down. Lift the other leg up and lower down. Continue going. Good. Nice and slow. We're going to start firing those obliques. When you pull your leg in using that resistance, that oblique fires nice and slow. Pull and lower. Good. Hold your right knee up. Hold the right knee up. Straighten your leg. Pull it more towards your chest. Bring the thighs even. Stay here. Pull it in Out and thighs even. So that left foot's flat on the floor, keeping your hips up. And thighs go even. Good. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Excellent. Bend your knee. Place that right foot down. Don't drop your hips. Lift those hips up a little higher. Now extend your left leg to the ceiling. Pull it towards you. And bring it back to thighs even. Keep pushing out of that right foot, lifting your hips up. Good. And down to thighs. Excellent. Good. 4 more. And lift for 4. Nice straight legs, lift up. 3. And 2, hips are staying up. Don't watch me. And 1, lower this foot, don't lower your hips. So we're still in bridge, lift it up a little higher. Now push your knees out and slowly resist them back. Don't let go of resistance. So push them open and slowly come back. Can you get your hips up a little higher? But without arching your back. Keep those glutes squeezing, belly button in. Press, slowly back in. 4 more here. Press, slowly back in for 3. For 2. And 1. Excellent. And now you can lower your hips. As a matter of fact, you can bring your knees into your chest. Take your hands behind your thighs, straighten your legs, pull those straight legs towards you, getting a stretch in your hamstrings as well. Excellent. We're going to leave that band right where it is. Fix it if you need to. Make sure it's not pushing on the tendons behind your knee. Tabletop your knees. That means your knees are going to be directly over your hips. They're not tucked back. They're not hanging down. That foot comes up with your knee. So knees over hips, feet with knees. Take your hands, make that little cup, bring it behind your head and drop your head into your hands. Chin off of your chest, but head is not hanging back. Let's start to lift up and slowly lower down. Now we're going to do 2 things here. We're going to push against that band just gently. Just like we were in bridge, use a little resistance. We're also going to really press that back into the floor as we come up. Making sure we could put a fist between our chin and chest, but not more than a fist. Up, you're kind of looking over your knees as you come up. Really support your head, but don't pull it. We're pulling ourselves up with our core. Keep those knees out over your hips and feet up with your knees. Nice and slow up and nice and slow down. Good. A few more here. Give me 3. And 2. Really pull that belly button in. Pull yourself up. Hold it up here. Bring your feet together. Make sure that head is resting. Push your knees apart and in. Push open and bring it in. Good. Keep that back pressed into the floor. Belly button in. Press. And in. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower your head, knees to chest. Nice work. While you're here, you're going to take that band down to your feet. So it's going to be around your feet. Notice feet, not ankles. Feet. Feet. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Tabletop those knees again. Hands behind your head. Drop your head into your hands. Now, we're going to be at tabletop. Then we're going to extend one leg and pull the other knee in. So you're going to look like this. Then we're going to come back to tabletop. Pause at tabletop and switch. One knee comes in, other leg extends out. Tabletop and switch. This one's tough for me, so you guys demonstrate. There you go. So that back is pressed into the floor. Your head is resting in your hands. You're going to try to extend that leg all the way out as you pull your knee in. You're going to fire those obliques. Come back to tabletop, release, and then we go the other way. Beautiful. 4 more. Pull and extend. Excellent. And tabletop. 3 more. Pull and extend. Tabletop. 2 more. One more. Now, when you bring your knee in, you're going to turn to that knee. Bring it back to tabletop. Extended pull and turn to that knee. Don't pull yourself over. Keep your chin off your chest. Just turn to that knee, bringing your shoulder over, keeping your hips anchored. Excellent. So good, so good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Give yourself a little break. That was good, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, you can roll yourself up or grab your band and pull yourself up. Keep your band where it is for coming up. We're going to take our hands into our bands. Good. We're going to lift our feet up. Now take your shoulders and pull them back. So pull them back and put them down in your back. Take your feet and separate them. Excellent. You're going to hold the band. So arms are not going to do anything. A little bend in your elbow. They're up here. They're up here. Beautiful. We're going to press our feet out. Lower your chest only to where you can do it. And then you're going to slowly come back up. Good. Beautiful. We're shaking and baking. That means those muscles are working. Lower. And bring it back. Does that hurt your wrist or your forearms? You know what? Just go back down on the floor and do those bicycles. Okay, so you're still working. Good. And slowly up. So my arms are staying up right above my knees. Then they push out. I lower my chest. Keep that belly button in. Try to keep a little separation of your feet. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Now, 1 more. Come back and don't lower your feet. Take it in your right hand and your right foot. Lower just your right foot. Sorry, I got to sing it. Left foot. Yep, do that. I was singing. All right, take your right hand to the side so that your palm is facing in. Good, now we're going to add our arm. We're going to push the leg out and row. It's just a little row. Bring it back in. Lift yourself up to here. Pull back and down. Leg goes straight out. Slowly bring it back in. Now you've got 2 challenges. Well, I've already done it. You can have your hand down on the floor. You can have it up. You can also lift that left leg up and just kind of hover that left leg out there like that. You keep doing that. Good. You choose. Pull. Good. We've got 3 more. 2. I'm going down. I'm just trying to sit like that. Literally. 1 more. Good. Don't drop your feet when you come back in. It's like still up. Just bring your left foot in. Take it to your left hand. Lower your right foot. Take that left hand to your side, right hand to the floor. Pull and extend. Come back up.
We got it.
I think it's something twist when I heard it up. Good, that's it, that's it. I'm counting with you, Steph. You're doing great. You and Molly have the perfect pace. Good, 5 more. Pull and extend and bring it back in. You hover that right leg or you leave it down on the floor. So we're here or here. 2 more. 2. Spin slower, is that right? One more. Now one more. That's one more. Now one more. Now one more, Wendy. Now one more.
That's one more.
Excellent. Now you can put your feet on the floor. Oh, come up and give those thighs a hug. Woo. And then we're going to bring that band around our ankles. How we doing?
Great.
Great. Having fun, right, Tina?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. All right, let's roll back down onto our back. And we're going to extend the legs to the ceiling. Now, if you'd like, you have two options here. You could tuck your hands under your hips if you want that support for your back. Also, as we're doing this, we're going to finish inner and outer thigh here. You can hold on to the backs of your legs for a break if you need it. Otherwise, we still have that core engaged, pushing our back down into the floor. Flex your feet, please. And just push the band open. Pause. Slowly resist it back. Don't bring, keep resistance in the band. Don't let slack. No slack. No slack, ladies. So when you bring it in, just about when that resistance is going to go away, you push it back out. Resist it back in. Your heels are pressed to the ceiling. Toes are pulled back towards you. Keep that back pulled in or pressed down with that belly button. 3. Good. Here's 2. Nope, we are not done. All we're going to do is point that toe. Remember your options. Take a break by holding the back of your thighs or hands under your hips if you feel that back arching. Press it open. Resist it back. Good. Keep the toes pointed out, lengthening through the front of the leg. You got it. Nice and slow. It gets harder with each one. I know it. Try not to tuck your legs in. Last 3. Last 2. Hold this one open, please. Little pulses with a flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. 3 more, flex, point. 2 more, flex, point. Last one, flex, point. And bring the feet together. Hug the backs of your legs with nice straight legs. Give them a stretch. Take your band off and just put it to your side. Good. With those feet together, open your knees. Wrap your hands around your feet. Just give your inner thigh a little stretch. Pushing your knees open with your elbows. Perfect. One more here. Bring those heels together, toes out. Knees are into your chest. Flat back, flat feet. Press those feet up to the ceiling with the toes out. Good. You're going to keep those toes out. You're going to bring the knees back. Once those feet start to drop forward, push them right back up. Okay, so you want your heels together, toes out. Bring your knees to your chest. Make sure those heels are still facing the ceiling. Push them up and squeeze your legs together. Excellent. Again, if you'd like, you can tuck your hands. Keep that belly button pulled in. Give me that little squeeze at the top. Good. Couple more. We're going to change this up just a little bit. We're going to add some core. So when we add the core, we were doing a little core, but more core, you can take your hands under your hips. So hold the legs up there on this last one. Those heels are together. We're going to separate the heels, parallel your feet. Lower them down halfway only. Bring the heels back together, toes out. Now your heels are going to face away from you and you're going to bring your knees in. Little froggy legs. Push them back out. Parallel those feet and bring them up. Heels together, facing the ceiling. Knees to chest. Push them back up to the ceiling. Separate them. Lower them halfway. Heels together, toes out, froggy legs in. Feet pushing away from you. You should be halfway. Separate your feet, bring them back up. Here we go. Just a couple more sets like this. Knees down, heels up, push to the ceiling. Don't forget that squeeze. Then separate your feet. They go halfway down. Heels together, pull them in, out. Separate the feet and up. Last set, last set. Here we go. Heels together, feet to the ceiling. Knees down, feet up, squeeze. Then separate your feet. Halfway down, heels together. Bring them in. Feet go out. Separate and bring them up. Excellent job. Give your knees a hug. Nice work. Nice work. All right, we're going to come up. We're going to kneel for a second. So you can double up your mat on your knees. Does anybody want a thicker mat for their knees, Steph? Okay. We're just going to do a tricep bicep move on our knees. The reason we're going to do it on our knees is because we can incorporate core. Hey. So take your band. You're on your knees. Your knees are going to be under your hips, bringing your feet closer together. So here, we're going to pull the belly button in. We're going to tuck our tailbone in, pull your belly button in. Take the band in your left hand. Place that left hand on your right shoulder. The right hand comes in and faces the floor. Now, push your shoulder back, elbow up, and push your hand back. Good. Slowly let it in. So we're going to keep that tailbone tucked. Glutes are squeezing.
Let's try that.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping.
I was hoping too.
Yeah. Good. So she's isolating her tricep. It's not hurting her forearm. That means you're doing it right. Good. So bend and push back. Keep your elbow in. Four more. There should always be resistance in your band. Get that elbow back. My hand's not coming past my hip and it's going back. Good. One more. We're going to hold it back there. Hold it and pump. 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 Four more. Keep that shoulder down. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it in. Good. Just bring that right hand with the palm up. Lower your hand to your belt line. Pull it back just a little bit and bring that right elbow in front of your hip. Now, tuck that tailbone in. Pull your belly button in. Shoulders back. Push. Resist it back. Good. Push. And resist it back. Or more. 3 more. Try to keep resistance in that band. 2. You guessed it. We're going to hold it out there. And push. 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 4 more. 4. Dip it, tuck it, squeeze it, suck it. 2, 1, and now you release. Other side. So we bring that right hand to our left shoulder. Left hand goes in. It's facing the floor. Squeeze the glutes, belly button in, elbow back. Hand starts at your hip. Push. Slowly release. And push. Slowly release. Good. Where's the sunshine, Molly?
I don't know.
I asked Echo. What's the weather today? She told me sun. Where is it?
It's around there. Yeah.
Okay.
A little blue. It was sunny and that
I saw a blur of sun. I thought it was in. I thought we were in the clear. 2, but 80. Well, out in Phoenix, probably 75 here on Monday. Hold that one back. Straight arm, little bend, straight, bend, straight, bend, push, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring it back in. Lower your right arm, flip your left hand over. Elbow starts at your hip. Here we go. Squeeze those glutes, pull the belly button in, and then push your hand out and resist it back in. Chest tall, belly button in, squeeze your glutes. Good. We got this. 4 and 3. Here's 2. Squirt. Hold it out there. Little pump and pump. Just drop the elbow and push for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and good. Get rid of that band. You're going to come back down on your left side. This time we are going to pike our feet a little bit. Okay, there it is. So we pike our legs a little bit. That means there's just a little bend in those hips. Your hips are, your hips are still stacked. If you can, we're going to be up on our elbow. We're going to bring that right up, right arm over our head. Lift your right leg up. We're going to squeeze them together with a little crunch. And then we're going to open it up and we're going to squeeze. So as you squeeze, you're picturing being on a reformer and you've got band in your foot and your hand and you're pulling them in and releasing them. Okay. So pull those bands, squeeze that right oblique and open it up. And do it again. Squeeze and open it up. So good, so good. Squeeze and release. Really pull that belly button in. Contract those oblique muscles and open it up. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Now hold this one in here. We're going to make it smaller. Pull, pull, pull. Do you feel your oblique?
Yes.
Good. Then you're working it. Pull, pull. Come on. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And bring it down. Now roll onto your left cheek a little bit. Bring yourself all the way down. Feet up. Can somebody do this? Do you know a jackknife?
No.
Okay. You're doing a jackknife. So your legs are piked, your right arm's over your head. That's it. What Molly's doing. Now, if that's not working for you today, you have 2 options. You can bring just one leg up. You can also just bring your shoulders up and crunch it. Don't bring it all the way up. Oh, shit. We don't see you, Molly. Molly's going to be I'm counting. Don't worry. Don't worry. That should be 8. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. And bring it down. Woo. Now, then bend those knees in. Good. Open your left arm to the side. Correct? Yep. Open it up. Chest to the ceiling.
Right arm.
Sorry. So we're open here. Our knees are tucked in. Our chest is to the ceiling. Good. Bring those shoulders closer to the floor. And then hands go behind your head. Lift your head up. You're going to be looking at your hip, not your belly button. And little lifts up and down. That's your pace. Lift and lower. Good. Up and down. What are we working still?
Oblique.
That right oblique, exactly. So that's why you're looking at your hip, not your belly button. You're moving slow. Don't yank yourself up. Pull yourself up with that oblique. So good, so good. 4 more here. Nice and slow. 3. Chin is off the chest. I could put a fist there. 2. Hold this one up. Hold it up. And little press. 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 Good. Last. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. We get to do this whole thing on the other side. Here we go. So you're on your right side, left leg is up. Good, we're gonna pike those feet, those legs in a little bit. So there's a little bend at your hip. Lengthen through your chest, lift your left arm up, right arm over your head. Reach and then pull, make resistance, create resistance. Open and pull. So your upper body and leg is moving as you pull that arm in, pretend that's a heavy band that you're pulling in, and then lengthen it, woo, let it go. And pull it in and let it go. Good. Pull out. That leg doesn't have to be too high. I just want you really to contract those muscles. Pull it in. Release those bands. 4 more. And 3. And 2. You hold this one in. Hold it in. Make it smaller. Pull. 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 Good. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Lower yourself down. That right hand's on the floor. Left hand comes over your head. Bring your feet up. And give me the jackknives on this side. Good. Reach for the shins. So again, we're not whipping them up. Pull them up with control. So good, ladies. Okay, guess what? Last time I made such, not to mock them, but they weren't doing it. Just saying. Just saying.
You need to go on a field trip.
Yeah, we might have to. Good. Last 3. Oh, that's a better idea. And 2. Good. And 1. Bring yourself down. Extend that right arm out. Left arm to the side. Tuck your knees in. Good. Open up your chest. Get the shoulders closer to the floor and then lift your head up. Hands behind your head. Look at your hips and slowly lift up and down and lift and lower. Good. Up and down. Nice and slow. Remember, I can come put my fist between your chin and your chest the whole time. So don't pull yourself up with your hands. Good. Up. Slowly down. Last 4. And 3. And 2. Hold this last one up. Hold and little press. Press. Press nice and slow. Good. Last 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Bring those knees back to center, back to center, back to center. Last time I told you, I wasn't going to chip yet. Hands are still behind the head. Lift the shoulders up. Come all the way up. Pull the belly button in. Your back is pressed into the floor. Last work here for our obliques. You're going to turn right and left. I'm up because I can't go down anymore. I'm sorry. Up. Yeah, you're down there. So back is pressed in. Fist under your chin. Anchor your hips. We're just turning side to side. Good. Little crunches side to side, keeping the shoulders off the floor. Head is relaxed. Keep that chin off. This can be just a little movement. Hold it over to the right side. Hold it to the right and press. 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 4. 3. 2. Go to the left. And press, 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 press. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. You did it. Bring those knees in. Give them a good hug. Work, nice work. Let's place those feet down on the floor and then bring your right foot up and over to your left thigh. Give it a little push open, stretching and opening that right hip. Feels good, right? And then we'll straighten the leg, hand behind the calf. Give it a gentle pull towards you and slide your left foot out. Bend into your right leg and take that foot all the way across the body, guide it with your left hand. Placing that right foot down on the floor, open your right arm to the side and look over your right shoulder. Come on, back to center. Good, and then we're gonna bring our left foot in, place it on your right side, give it a gentle push open if you like. Good, now straighten your leg, hands behind your calf, give it a gentle pull towards you, and straighten out your right leg. What we like to I started late, but the technical difficulty. No, I just wanted to tell you though. Excellent. Now take that leg across your body, guide it with your right hand, a little bend in your knee, place the foot on the floor, whatever feels good. Excellent. And then come back to center. Knees come into your chest, make yourself into a little ball. You can rock side to side and then lift your chin up, pull your chin to your knees, knees to your chin. Good, and then roll on up. We're gonna bring the soles of our feet together. One more nice stretch for our inner thighs. Nice work, ladies. Feel good? Legs came out on Saturday, and now look, the sun's coming out. Yay. All right, let's cross our feet. We'll roll our shoulders back. Excellent. Let's bring an arm across, give it a little stretch. We work the shoulders, loosen our hands. And other side. Put in a nice deep breath in. Bring your fingertips together. Exhale and press your palms to the ceiling. Stretch out those arms, stretch out your sides. Let's turn to the left and just a little lean over to the left, stretching out your right side. And up and over to the right. Back to the center, hands to chest height. Round your back and push those hands forward. Look to the floor. Bring it down. And let's take one more nice deep cleansing breath in. Happy Saturday. Happy you came. Exhale, bring it down to heart and center. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. And just the bands are mine. We were going to use them. I like these nice and thin ones. Yeah, these are our Pilates bands. Do you want to wear here? Yeah, that's perfect because they go in that band bag. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I wash them in the sink and put cornstarch on them. That's much better.
Are we doing individual now for the next class?
Yes.
So we sit.
No, we're individual. We're
Okay.
individual. Yep.
I won't clean it yet.
Oh, thank you, Molly. I was just gonna grab the board. I know kind of